The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
On the double.
58, Mike. So we got man.
Now! Hey, Charlie!
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike.
Go.
Coming to you. 58 is the Mike. 58 is the Mike. Come for it.
Say go.
They begin with a run by Smith. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now. And this one complete to Smith. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Set 90 Wolf.
Rush. Watch twist.
Rock it.
Rush in.
Look at me. Score.
Fresno.
Now.
They'll run on first down. Jordan. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Speed grip.
To throw on second down. Cruz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hey, Orvis.
198. Watch 98. 98's the Mike. He don't know no better. 198.
Here's Cruz to throw on third down. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
70, Indy.
Record. Check 15, check 15.
Pilot, 64, weak. Let's go.
On second down, Bellamy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Undercross, 61, matchbox, lights.
They'll try to run for it with Smith. Space to maneuver at the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Pull it high.
Check 43.
Bam.
On the ground, this is Smith. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Chopper! Get it.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let it.
58, come on. Get the ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A first down carry for Smith. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a dime.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Back to throw. Cruz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
On first down, it's Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
That's the way. Check 24. Check 24.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Check 31. Check 31.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Smooth. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
These two teams all tied after one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tight down. There you go. Twist.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option.
The screen pass. Number 4. It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check. X3. 218. Chop. Go.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Crunch time, defense.
Hey, exit.
Now back to throw. Dancing to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Go on, go on. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Jordan, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and this is picked up by the Saints.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down.
On the ready.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Get ready, get ready.
80 weapons.
Set.
Snap.
On first down, Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
25, check 25, check 25.
A give to Smith out of the gun. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
54. You ain't going nowhere.
You draw Porter. Down.
Here we go now with Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Try to punch it in with Smith. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Saints have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Now Cruz to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the run, it's Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
We got this.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Check 26, check 26. Check. 95 is a 6.
Hey, Delta.
Mike. Here we go.
Please,
Now Cruz operating from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Got it.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ten logo. Ready?
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
At the 41-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, high 7.
2nd and 4. He's got Mason complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Here we go. 8, read.
Heavy on the edges. Hey, alert 3.
61, Matchbox Lights. Hey, Charlie. Go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 11. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down from the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Check three. 6-6, pull it high.
Safety's creeping.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Ready? 18 Gator. Hey, orbit.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 58, boy. 58. Mike. On the arm.
And ready?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Hey, Zoo. Fire.
2nd and long. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
95. Not today, you are. Not today. 95 is the sand. No, check his mic.
Hey, seam 6.
95 is Mike.
Hit it.
Cruz now on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Squeeze. Get it.
On first down, it's Jordan. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jordan.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Smith. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Check 3, 2-18, chop. Ready.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you. Let's go.
Here's Smith. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. An 11-yard touchdown. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. On the carry, here's Smith. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Switch. Check. We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Chopper!
58, Mike. Go. Shoot.
5.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Under 10.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Oh!
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
22 Jet Bombers.
Let's get off the field, D. Bang.
Get it.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. On 2nd down, it's Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 58, right there. In your face. 58, come on.
Hey, Echo.
Come on. Hey, I'm coming after you. 58, boy.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We can't be stopped.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, Delta. Go.
You gotta get that.
Snap.
They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Tighten up.
X3, 218, chopper. Go.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. 58.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it.